Pedals for synths is an interesting topic. There's many advantages to using pedals for sure. So today we're checking out this pedal here from Chirality Audio. I'm probably butchering that name for sure. And we also have a little guest appearance of their new black Swan pedal. But I thought that their Overdrive pedal, the Splinter, actually makes more sense for a synth setup. So that's the one we're checking out the most today. We're gonna use it on a drum machine, a little synth, create a little bit of a setup using different pedals and creating some big sounds. So if you think that sounds like fun, stick around. And full disclosure, this video here is sponsored by all the beautiful people over at Patreon who sponsors me and my coffee addiction every month. If you feel like buying me a cup of coffee, head over to Patreon. Chirality Audio is a small company from Ireland. It's run by two guys. They make this pedal and I think another one. And in terms of functions, this one is very straightforward. On the left side here, you have three different settings, three different diodes. So settings for the drive basically. Number 1, 2, and 3. And they have slightly different character. We'll of course listen to some sound examples later in the video. Then we have the drive amount. We have the level. And we also have this tone control. The tone control affects the mid and the high frequencies. So it's a little bit like a high cut. So when you lower it down, you'll be losing the highs. And if you want to put more emphasis on the mids and the highs, just turn it up a bit. The settings here give different results. So for example, number 1 is more aggressive. Number 2 is 808 style. That's not to be confused with the drum machine. This actually refers to another pedal. I think it's an old Boss pedal. And then number 3 here is more of a mild setting. And it works, of course, in conjunction with tone and drive to sort of shape the sound that you want. And on the right side, we have what I'd like to call a low cut. So this cuts low frequencies at the mid and the high setting. At high, it cuts a lot. At mid, not that much. And at low, I don't think it cuts any at all or very, very slight. And since you have the input here, the point is that the low cut is applied before it goes into the drive circuit. So it affects the behavior of this little unit. It changes up the sound quite differently depending on the low setting or mid or high setting in conjunction with these different diode types that you have over here, these 3 distinct diode types. So while it's very much what you see is what you can get some distinct different kinds of sounds out of it. And all the samples that I'm recording here with this little pedal, I'll make available over on Patreon, so you can download them and use them in your project. So a couple of loops and a couple of one-shots. Now, let's listen. Brut is one of those drum machines that really benefits from pedals, especially since it has multiple outputs. You could actually be routing just, say, the kick, the snares into this one, and then route some of the others into another pedal. That way you can really take advantage of the individual outputs and really create your own sound with it. So let's create more of a beat from scratch and apply the pedal. So let's apply some distortion. I think I'll go with the low setting here, setting number 3. And yeah, something like this. And when working with a pedal like this, it's always good sort of to change your master output from the drum machine into the unit, working with the level, working with the drive, trying to find like a sweet spot. So you can hear how it really kind of compresses the sound, really makes it crunchy. But yeah, let's lower it a bit. This is nice. Let's try the second one. As you can hear, we get much more of a compressed sound at the same drive settings. Let's try setting number 1. So according to the manual here, number 1 here is supposed to be like a gritty clipping for a more aggressive sound, and then number 2 is an 808, the pedal 808 pedals style clipping, and using number 3 here for some mild clipping for more transparent drive. I think number 3 is my favorite. It doesn't crush the sound completely. Of course, going to high really cuts a lot of the lows, but using mid can actually work too. I gotta sample this sound, so kick. So with the second setting here, the mid setting, a bit of drive, max level, and it just sounds good. So next up we have the micro Brut here running into the pedal. It sounds something like this. 2 still on low setting. The third one is the most interesting for both drum machines and synths. The first two are, they really make it crunchy. They really turn the sound into something compact. But the third one I feel has more, I guess a little bit more life to it. So 1 and 2. And number 3, and I have to watch the volume here. I feel that with the third one, there's just something a little bit more exciting to the sound. So last in this video, I've connected some stuff together here. I have the micro Brut. It's running into the Mother 32. I have some modulation going on between the two. Then the Mother 32 output is going into this little overdrive here and into Suralty Audio's new little pedal here called Black Swan. It only has the one knob. So we're going to listen to that as well. It really crushes the sound nicely. And then we have the H9 Max for some reverb. So this is just what the kind of the dry, what the totally dry tone sounds like. And if we add the overdrive, very nice tone. It really beefs up the sound a lot. And if we just want to try the new one here, the Black Swan. And together. Let's add some reverb together here and listen to a little sequence that I have here. And when we're playing one note, we can do these cool kind of sweeps with LFOs here. Pretty dang cool. And of course we can change here from this kind of spring reverb to, I don't know, something like the black hole here is pretty cool. All right, let's travel to space here. if you play the same thing without overdrive. Now, whether you want this or not, that's up to you, but I think it really shows kind of how it really takes something like these two analog synths and beefs them up quite a lot. And I like it. You know, nothing wrong with a bit of overdrive on your analog synths. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this pedal here from Shiralty. I hope I'm not butchering that name. And yeah, I actually think it's very nice. I think that their new Black Swan could be nice if you're looking for a very simple pedal, just one knob, adding some grit. And if you're looking for something that has a little bit more ability to tweak the sound, I think the Splinter is an excellent choice for your overdrive needs, basically. It's well built, sounds really good. It seems like they put in a lot of effort. So if you want to, I'll actually drop a link to them in the description. They didn't ask for this in any way, but I thought small two-man company from Ireland making kind of high quality products, actually, what's not to like. So go and check them out, link in the description if you feel like it. And yeah, drop a comment as well, what kind of pedals you're using, what's your favorites, are there any alternatives that you like to these ones? I of course like the analog drive from Electron. I know you can get that one for pretty cheap nowadays, so that's a decent alternative to this one. Of course, very different form factor, but also a little bit more features on it. So leave a little comment, what's your favorite pedals to use with synths, and if you enjoy my videos, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and you should of course enable the bell, the little ding ding bell, so you get a notification whenever I upload. And if you like my videos so much that you'd like to buy me a cup of coffee, go to patreon.com/bowbeats and yeah, become a member over there. Thank you so much for watching, have a great day.